Hey guys, what is up? AwesomeTheSauce here. Hope you guys are having a great day. Today, we're going to be talking about a crazy new teaser that came out today. So today, on a devs stream, on Ratbeard's stream, we found our first teaser about new pips that are coming in Novus. And the image that you see is kind of wild because this is like literally, I don't think we've had a new pip since like level 90 something with shadow pips. But basically, this new update will feature the inclusion of what I believe they're called are new school pips, basically. And these school pips, there's one for every school. And the way that it works is kind of wild. I thought I would go through all of it, everything that we do know. Obviously, it's a teaser, so we don't know everything, but let's get right into it. The first thing you probably need to know is, right, how do you get one of these new school pips? And from what we can tell, it's already named, it already has like a mechanic behind it. It's called Arch Mastery, and it's supposed to have some sort of gauge. So Arch Mastery pips, if you will, basically they fill up this thing called a power orb. Now, honestly, it's just a lot of words there, but the way I see it, there's basically a shadow rating, right, that helps you gain shadow pips. There will be potentially new gear that gives you stats so that you can actually gain your Arch Mastery pip. And just like shadow enhanced spells that require maybe like 5 pips and a shadow pip, there will be upcoming new spells that require probably regular pips and a school pip. Now, if that's all this was, I really wouldn't, I don't know, I wouldn't really be as freaked out about it as I am. But honestly, it gets a little crazy. And that's why, like, the leaks, they seem very interesting to me. For one, the way I guess they're intended to work in the future is that every deck in the game, basically, I guess after the certain level where you learn this in the plot of Wizard101, every deck in the game allows you to preset a school pip, basically. So let's say that I'm running this balance mastery on an ice, but I still want to use something that complements ice with, like, I don't know, mid spells. I don't know, maybe. So I could preset my deck so that when I do gain a school pip, I always gain a mid school pip. And ideally, I would have spells in my deck that use mid school pips. And there's honestly just one big reason why this could be game-changing. It's because this could right the wrongs of shadow pips in general. I think the shadow enhanced spells, they made a very big mistake of being way too damage heavy. Like spells like Abominable, spells like, I don't know, just like Rusalka, for example. I mean, these are spells that obviously, yes, they do a lot of damage. They are school identity, right? Ice gets shield, Storm gets blades. But at the end of the day, they became so overused that all you ever did was combo into it on Ice and Storm anyways. This could be an opportunity not only for you to actually use other schools with other school pips, but it could be a total new way to audit the way pips work in general, right? Depending on how frequent it is that you get a school pip, you can make spells that are very high in utility that you can use to combo with your main school from other schools. But wait, there's literally more. According to the leak, now again, this could change by the time this update comes out, but I guess this is a current, you know, way it works. You could apparently change which school pip that you get mid-combat, meaning you could actually pack in your deck things that use, basically, I guess, I assume new spells use death school pips, and then some spells use balance school pips, and you can literally go between the two mid-combat. I don't think this would transfer existing school pips that you already have on you to the new school pip that you transfer over to, but what it could be is that, let's say that you have, like, I don't know, one death school pip, you could change mid-battle to get a mid-school pip maybe, and then combo those two spells together potentially. Now, there's obviously a lot of questions that I have in mind. There are a lot of concerns, and I also wanted to address that in this video. One, are these spells gonna be like, you know, are they gonna be like shadow enhanced spells where they have a pretty decent like mid pip cost and then a school pip cost? Or are they going to be lower in regular pips so that they're more utility centric? Because that could be a very big difference between shadow enhanced spells and school pip spells. Are we going to see raid gear audited so that we can actually have the ability to use raid gear and also get an Arch Mastery gauge situation happening? What are they going to do with all the old gear that just simply does not give any rating, just like shad rating, that helps you get these new school pips? And perhaps the biggest question of all, how much is a school pip going to be valued at when they're auditing spells? If y'all don't know, every shadow pip is worth about 3.4 pips, I believe. So basically, right, an Abominable, it's valued as an 8.4 pip spell. And I think, honestly, the reason behind that is because it takes, like, you know, I want to say, depending on your shad rating, it might take like 5 turns to gain a shad or something. So basically, they value it at around 3.5 pips, just to make it so that it's not completely OP, but it kind of relates to how long it takes to get a pip. If a school pip takes like 10 rounds to get, it could be more powerful than a shadow pip, which is why how do they value it and the rate at which you get it will have a huge impact on how good these spells are in general. What I think could get really interesting is if, let's say that you have like an ice school spell, but it uses a myth school pit because it's very like myth utility heavy. What could be very interesting is that that type of ice spell would actually use your ice damage and your ice pierce, while it would do something that's very myth oriented, and it would be a very good argument for actually keeping your, you know, your damage and your pierce and all of that, your main school stuff intact, while kind of using the utility of other schools, which you really don't have in the form of hits right now. I think dual school is going to get pushed on us more than anything. Obviously, I assume that if you don't want to dual school, I doubt that this will push it so heavily that you have to do it, but it is a very, very interesting escalation. I think Novus is going to be a huge game changer when it comes to PvP, and I really hope it becomes a game changer for PvE as well. I think PvP is going to be chaotic. I think it's going to take a while, if it even happens, for people to find the ideal strategy with something like this, and it might make your next move way more unpredictable, which is, I think, something PvP really needs. For the people that are nervous about how school pips are going to affect regular gameplay, it seems like school pips are just going to work like regular power pips, with the added option of using them as something other than power pips. So if you look at it like that, it might not be crazy, but I do think that PvE and PvP needs kind of a shake-up, so it's not, you know, so stagnant for once for PvE, and not so formulaic for PvP. I hope one thing that they prioritize in how they introduce this whole new mechanic to the player in, I guess, I don't know, in the dialogue, in the quest dialogue and stuff like that. I really hope they prioritize, like, you know, someone who might just not know how this type of stuff works, because I can kind of see that part flopping a little bit. I think right now there's a lot of things that are very complicated in Wiz. I'll be honest, I don't think this new thing would be as complicated as other things. Like, I feel like the resist limit, the damage limit, that type of stuff, it is hard to understand, but I definitely know a lot of people that are they don't know how the shadow rating pip gauge works, because it doesn't seem to work sometimes. This is a whole mechanic that's based on your opponent's rating as well as your rating. I hope that if that's the case, that needs to be explained very, very quickly, and hopefully concisely too. So I don't know what's gonna happen in Novus where we start learning how to use spells that literally have new school pips behind them, but I do hope they get that part right. I'm a little concerned about that because I don't know, it worries me when they add something complicated that has a lot of potential, but it's not explained well, so a casual player is gonna be like, nah, I'm out of there, I'm not doing it. We'll see how all that goes. Let me know what you guys think of this new teaser in the comments. I look forward to reading all of your comments. Drop a like if you enjoyed, leave a sub if you're new. As always, if somebody hasn't told you you're awesome today, they doing something. I'll see y'all soon. Stay awesome. And yeah.